What's going on? RGA Preview show. Rocking the Randall Cobb tonight. He's all heart, just like me at the tournament. Anyway, I usually do an email preview. Don't have time for that. Wife's out of town tonight. Single father. It's a Fernie Brewing Co. First time. Okay, so I'm just going to run through the matchups for Friday. Predictions, balanced, unbiased predictions. That's what I'm known for. For those of you new to the tournament, 6-0, two-time MVP. I wasn't unanimous last year, but that's okay. We had a good team last year. Enhanced performance led by myself. Defeated Joel's team. Whatever the team sleep it was, Joel's team. Handily defeated. And here we are at the third annual RGA Cup. Terror against Fussy. Good guys against the bad guys. And I'm going to look at all the matchups and I'm going to provide a little bit of commentary. First things first, just sort of related to the lead up of the tournament here. Joel pretty much, he kind of runs the tournament, does a fantastic job, logistics, emails, finances, everything. But Marcellini kind of controls the messaging as well. So I just wanted to clear some things up. First of all, about some of the people that aren't going to be there this year. Gillard, Zook, Philadanderer. Mars, it was kind of related to a conference or some kids or some weed thing with Phil. I don't know what Mars put in the emails. I don't really read them. But the real reason they're not coming, of course, last year, Enhanced Performance, probably the best golf trip team ever assembled. Fantastic group. And I'm coming up 18. It's already in the bag. I closed out Mars, let's say the 13th. I don't remember what it could have been, the 14th hole last year. And we get in the clubhouse where, it's a big celebration. And I remember vividly, Gillard and I celebrating. We're just like, tonight's going to be amazing. It's going to be a huge party. We're going to get the bus, like all this stuff. And then there was this commotion at the table. Tar's up in arms. If Tar's up in arms, something's going on. And Fussy's kind of got that maniacal kind of laugh, kind of his selling Elmo's laugh. Anyway, I'm not going to bemoan it. There's an issue with Canal's index. Cheating allegations, broke my heart as a captain, standing up for him. First overall pick. It sort of clouded the win a little bit. Gillard flew straight home. He was just beside himself. Didn't stay the night. Got a quick flight. Obviously, he just wasn't ready this year. Emotionally wasn't ready. Same with Zoe. I know Phil took it pretty hard as vice cap of that team. And so Canal, that was really it. Canal sort of tainted what should have been, one of those 30 for 30 type teams. And that's sort of how we got here with the captains. Tar challenged Fussy. Tar's not the kind of guy that's going to stand for that type of stuff. And they were named captains. And went from there. The draft went pretty well for Tar. We have the tournament pretty much set. There's been, a few changes here and there. Dino introduced recently. It's a good win. Good to see him out there, and we're ready to roll. And we got 4 or 5 days? Is it 5 days to the tournament? Thursday. I did have to kind of on here. I am gonna formally announce though that I'm pulling out. I am pulling out of the practice round, not the tournament. Come on, Velitis. You have to change your pants. Pulling out of the practice round. I think it's well documented. Got a major hand injury. Thanks to Sanch for the x-ray, getting everything in. There's no fracture. I was going to do some physio. Sanch was going to set that up with a referral. But as soon as Fussy found out Sanch was sort of helping me, I kind of didn't hear from Sanch anymore as far as a referral, anything like that. So Yeah, I don't know where that's at, but anyway, I don't hold Sanch accountable. You know, Fussy's kind of that kind of guy. He's kind of, you know, it's just a golf tournament. Yeah, anyway, I mean, my hand will be fine, hopefully long term. But I'm ready. I went to the range the other day. I can only hit driver. I'm not hitting irons. I'm not going to hit irons till Friday. You don't really need irons. You just hit a driver, flub a couple irons, and make putts. That's golf at this level. I'm 6-0. I would just take that. Just take that when you're prepping this week. I'm out of town most of the week. I'm pretty much done till Thursday. Practice a little bit. Might go for a hike. I don't know. We'll see how it is in Banff. That's sort of it for housekeeping. Obviously, I'm not going to get into the Ron news. I'm not going to get into, Joel and I had some real runners in DraftKings. Dustin Johnson. He's such a fraud, whenever Brooks shows up. Just cowers in the corner like a effing. We had a real chance. We were in 29th in the Millionaire contest today. 130,000 teams in that. 29th today to start the day. You know where we are now? I don't even know where we are. I haven't even looked. Dustin Johnson made a double with a wedge in his hand from the middle of the fairway. I'm not talking about that, though. Anyway, we're back to the tournament. I mean, we're RGA. It's Saturday night. Pre-RGA. I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm always good. For me, it's just a mental game. I don't care about practice. I don't practice. I don't really play. I don't keep score. I'm not like, did you shoot a 9? I don't know what I've shot since I was a junior. I just play competition golf. 3 and 2. That's how I keep score. If I'm going to lose a hole, I don't finish the hole. I don't care. I'll just screw around and practice things. And then I'll birdie the next hole. That's how I play. So, I'm ready, though. More ready than Dustin Johnson was, and he's the best player in the world. Worthless guy. So we've got the matchups. The indexes were set. There was some debate about that. Probably not as much debate as usual. There's a few numbers that are a little bit off. The indexes don't matter. That's the thing that people don't realize. It doesn't matter what your index is. You're given strokes here and there, but really it's just like who's going to stand over that 6-footer and miss it. You think Fussy's going to make a 6-footer if it's relevant? 0% chance. Wills, my guy Wills is going to make that, junior hockey player. He doesn't care. Anyway, I'm going matchup by matchup here. How long is this? Probably 15 minutes max. Our team's been good. We've got our own group chat. It's probably not what enhanced performance was, but Phil kind of took the lead on that. He had a lot of time back then. We're doing well. Everybody's ready on our team pretty much. I was doing some contract stuff with Gus the other day. He's good. He's good to go. He's coming up Friday. Hammer's going to drive him. Probably darts involved. That'll be a good time. I think most people are getting there Thursday, practice round. I'm not going to practice, veteran. I wouldn't go to a practice round, even if they paid me. So, first matchup. So let me talk about the matchups first of all. Some of the pre-chatter on the matchups. So I've had a lot of people calling me out since I'm 6-0. I'm Floyd Merriweather. A lot of people want a shot at the title. And I've had like 4 people who want to play me singles. I think people aren't even coming to the tournament. I wanted to play Gillard. I wanted to play Gillard in singles. Gillard maybe could have been the MVP last year. Pretty dominant guy. Gillard, he played Dodsey. Dodsey, he had to invent a fake wedding. He didn't even have a date for the wedding not to come this year because of what Gillard did to him. So I think that Gillard, he could have been there, but that's why I wanted to play Gillard. I wanted to go, I'll be 8-0, he'll be 5-0 Sunday singles. But I talked to Gillard. I understand why he's not coming, the canal stuff. So that's too bad. So I'm kind of like my dance card's open for Sunday. But you got to get this. I got to be undefeated to Sunday for it to be sort of what it was last year with Mars and I and the pressure and the come through for one of us. So that's it. So the pre-matchup chatter was Velitis has been wanting to play me evidently. I beat him earlier this year. I played 17 holes with the sprained hand. I think I beat him, let's say 3 and 2. My hand's a lot better now than it was then, so. And then Stu, he wanted the MVP. He was my big partner last year. Ranked him number 2 in the power rankings out of respect. Got him drafted in the first round like myself. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, Stewie. Stewie's my guy. Let's go Friday. Let's go doubles. Bring your best partner. And then I see the matchups. I knew Joel wanted, you know, I knew Joel wanted another piece. But, and then Fussy, the kind of guy Fussy is, he just inserts himself. You know, he's just like when he was in recess, didn't he make himself quarterback? I believe there's a story there. So he likes to be there. I do like that about Fussy, you know. That's why I picked him first last year. You know, I feel like, you know, a stage like this, he might be able to handle it. But anyway, so we get the matchups, Mars and Fussy. Where's Val? Where's Stu? Where are these guys? And their partners. I'll get to them. Anyway, that's sort of the preamble, because I thought, at least Stu, I can't believe. From what Stu learned as part of our program last year, not playing me on Fridays completely counter to what he should have learned if he was absorbing. So that's disappointing. But I'm happy with the matchup. So I guess we're first off the box. I would have thought we'd be last. Kind of last off, Anyway, we'll go out first, I think. So it's Wills and I. So Wills has been in good spirit. He hasn't played in 2 years. He's in good spirit. He's kind of getting his mind right emotionally. His old stomping grounds. He's got a couple rounds in. He's been doing well. Been doing great. The thing about Wills is he's relaxed, calm. So he's good to go. So it's Mars and Fussy against Wills and I. So I can't hit irons till Friday. Mars and Fussy golf often. I mean, Mars, the one thing with Mars, we need to all remember, he set the location of this tournament. Like, Banff Springs is his second course, really. He's a member in Calgary, but he golfs Banff Springs like 12 times a year. He wanted that for our singles matchup. And then these Kananaskis courses, as I understand it in talking to Ash, Mars was talking to the course architect, had them over for dinner. So he's been out to these courses, so he's well studied. So he thinks he's coming. He just thinks he's ready. He thinks he's the guy this year. It's 3-0 Mars guy. And Fussy's kind of followed my blueprint from last year. You know, I took Stu as 0-3. I took him damaged goods, took him under my wing as far as a playing partner to create that dream team. And Fussy's following the blueprint. I give credit to Fussy as much as everyone hates him from last year. He does pay attention a little bit. You know, he tried to learn from the master. Some of what he did, he kind of misinterpreted things and with the matchups, and he should have talked to me if he wanted to be serious about it. Anyway, but the actual Mars, Fussy, Waller, Will. So Mars, what am I giving him? I wrote down the strokes here. Fussy gets 12. So Fussy was supposed to have a handicap penalty. He's golfed probably 50 times in the last 2 years. He's supposed to have a handicap penalty. So he's given 12. I'm giving 5. Wilson's giving 4. I guess, it's probably... It is what it is. So, I don't really care about the index. What am I supposed to comment on the index? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's fine. I like those numbers. 5 and 4, 12 Aaron Rodgers. I like those numbers. Those are good numbers. So I think, on balance, Wills is a rookie. I am 6-0. I'm way up at the apex, top of the hill. Who would really be the favorites in this matchup? It's for you to decide. I don't know. I think the way I see it playing out, this is what I'm off the first box. I'm going to hit one right down the middle. I'm going to set the tone. I'm going to strut up to my ball. And I'm going to knock it probably just a little off the green. My irons aren't there. We've talked about that. I'm going to set the tone. And we're probably going to be down early, though. I think we'll be down early. Wills is just getting into it. He's never been in a tournament. He doesn't golf anymore. He's not usually awake at that time. So I think it's going to be, we'll be losing. Mars is going to have that wheel's going to fall off. It's just going to, that's when the comeback will start. It's going to be a real tight battle. The way I see it, we're actually going to be even going to 18. Marson Willis will just spray it. I'll be probably in the rough. Fussy will be position A. I'm going to kind of scramble to a bogey, and Fussy's going to 3-jack from 18 feet for the double. Willis, Waller, 1 up, 7-0. That's the prediction. The second matchup, Tar, Kuz, Val, and Swaggy J. So Val and Stewie, we've been trying to think of a nickname. It was obvious from the start. I was trying to be creative. It's a tournament. I'm trying to get some excitement. So these two clowns are Dodge City. That's the name, Dodge City, both dodging me. Dodge City, the thing about the matchup is they tried to save face. Tarkuz, that's a big team. That's a prime time. It's not a Matty Marquee. It's a prime time, like, second slot. But Kuz just had another child. Congratulations, Kuz. So I think that they think they're going to get him weak. Like, he's going to come in. He's Friday. He's just, just shaking it out. He's trying to, like, get his head out of the kids. He's screaming. Like, he's getting into the tournament. They think they're going to catch him weak on Friday, sneak a win, a big win. They think it's going to be a big win. Dodge City, kind of classless, kind of following their captain. So, whatever. So, Stu's been playing a lot of golf. We've been seeing the low 70 scores. Velitis has been on the range with Coach Carter and the boys. I saw Velitis earlier in the year. Can Stu handle Tar and Kuz? I would actually I think most people feel like this is going to be a bit lopsided this year. So if we were going to lose one, I wouldn't mind losing this one. Just so Dodge City could be really cocky Friday. Just so I can see one of them on Saturday. And no more cocky. No. So I do, I don't want Tar and Kuz to lose. But if it's if we go 4-1 and there is one selfishly, I think that would be the one for me. Because I wouldn't mind a little cockiness Friday from that duo. Dodge City. Anyway, I think that's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna give it to Dodge City. I'll give Dodge City a 2-1. Stewie's gonna go low, I think. That's my guy. That's the dream team, man. He can golf. He really can. I didn't golf very well last year. He handled the golf. I handled the rest of it. So I do think Stewie's gonna go low on Friday. So I'll give that to them 2-1. So we're 1-1. I told you I'm unbiased. I call it like I see it. I'm not because I'm on Tar's team. Nah. I am a liquor kitten, but this preview show is sort of separate. This is not me, the teammate. This is me, sort of the media, analyzing the tournament. Third match, I don't have the matchups. I don't know the order here. After we get kind of the two marquee ones out of the way. But I've got Gus and Goo against Dino and Sunday Steve Gillespie, I think. Gus is an 8, Dino a 6, Goo a 20. I like Goo, but 20? Don't think so. Steve a 25. So this is the one. This is the radar one. Good friend of Joel's. He's a 25. We don't know if he golfs. I assume he's a member somewhere. He's probably going to shoot in the low 80. Whoa, round of my life, guys. Oh. So anyway, I don't care. Let's see. Whatever. So Gus and Dino, this is a marquee matchup. It's the same thing. So we drafted Hammer, and Gus really handled Hammer last year. I think Hammer would have been the MVP. He destroyed Zook on Sunday. He destroyed him. But Gus neutralized him. And so Gus was one of the last picks in the draft. Fussy. You didn't learn. It's matchup dependent. This is just a matchup thing. It has nothing to do with golf, this tournament. You just pick the matchups. You got to have people to defend. You need somebody that can switch, So they did the same thing. They put Dino out against Gus. The same thing. Hammer and Dino, basically the same. I think, I got a scouting report. Let me see. I asked Joel, so Dino's a 6. He must be good. Joel says, big time ball striker, terrible short game. That's what his scouting report, it seemed a little bit harsh for a teammate. Gus has an immaculate short game. The other thing that hasn't been advertised, but we don't hold anything in on Liquor Kittens, Gus is wearing golf shoes now. He's not wearing flip-flops for this tournament. This one, next week, same tournament. So with the golf shoes, I feel like Gus against Dino is not going to be a fair fight, given the terrible short game scouting report. Goo and Steve, probably a wash. Unless Steve's just like a scratch golfer. I wouldn't be surprised. That could be the Friday conversation. I hope not. I really hope not. I'm going to give that one, though. We got 2 rookies, Dean, Steve. Like, what's going on with this tournament? We got Gus and Goo played together last year. I don't know if you guys thought about those types of things when putting together your teams. Maybe you should have. So that's I'm going to go 6 and 5, Gus and Goo. I think that's going to be a bit one of those. And so Dino and Steve, hopefully Friday night, they're in a good mood. The next one I had, Bro and La Chapta and Scott against Hammer and Yarma. Hammer's a big-time golfer with 3 sort of lesser, perhaps, skill-wise. I heard Amit, I think he golfs a lot. High cap. I know Joel and Fussy handle the caps, whatever. I think the problem there, so we got some rookies, we got some excitement. My brother, there's going to be at one point, he'll be like, whoa, I'll bet you a drink. And so there's probably going to be some Neelys, maybe some more. There could be some chirps. Scott will chirp his own guys too. That's kind of how he motivates. I don't know if Amit's ready, like booze-wise. I don't know. He could be. I kind of see, though, it kind of unraveling. Like, who's going to drive? Like, who's supposed to be driving the cart? Like, I think that's going to unravel. Like, what would actually happen with those guys? Amit, I think they're single, both single. So, off course, they've got a lot of potential. I think it's going to be like on the 16th hole, Scott will hit one in the woods, they'll go look for it, and we'll never see them again until Monday. Like, they'll just take another path. It's going to be a DNF, I think. I think a loss by DNF. They're going to hit the town. We'll see them for like a fraction of a second Saturday night. Killing it. D-floor. That's how I think that's going to play out. DNF. We win by DNF, I think. I think it'll be close till then. Last matchup, Little and Kinger against Ole and Hanner. So we were talking, Ole, Stu and I were talking tournament. They like Hanner. As a rookie. They think he's going to perform. Hanner, Christmas Cup, Christmas Cup's probably the best proxy we have. A lot of people are like, what did you shoot? Like, it doesn't matter what you did in golf. Christmas Cup's probably the best proxy we have for this tournament. Hanner's always stepped up at the Christmas Cup as a Hall of Fame GM in the Christmas Cup. I would always kind of sneak Hanner. You'd kind of grab him 3rd, 4th round. People kind of forgot about him. And he performed. Like, he would always... He's kind of high effort when other people were sleeping. So, Little and King... The King, 25. Does that mean he's supposed to shoot in the 90s? That's impossible. That is impossible. Little, and then, of course, Joel, this is this Marcellini problem again. Like, he was throwing Little under the bus in the chat, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, he tries to sort of create discord. Luckily, like, Tar and I is a solid foundation in the executive. We're not going to let that happen. So, I like Little. Like, he's a 10. Hanner, I think, is an 8. Ole's a 20. Kinger, a 25. I think those are probably... That's, like, a good matchup, index-wise. I think that's irrelevant. Little and Kinger. Kinger just got to bring the positive energy. Ole, I think he's been playing a little bit. He's sneaking out there on the rigs. Hanner, as a rookie, though, it's a lot of pressure. I mentioned the RGA. Sorry, I mentioned the Christmas Cup background. That's certainly helpful. That's a tight matchup. I'm going to go a push. I'm going to go all square. I think Ole's going to be... Ole last year kind of introduced himself to the tournament, had a pretty innocuous year. He was pretty, he's pretty quiet for Event Olsen. I do think he's a little bit more ready this year. I think he kind of got the lay of the land. He was overdrafted. I think he was like 4th round. That was a stretch. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was it's that one where you're like, and then. So yeah, I do kind of like Ole in that matchup. Yeah, yeah, to push. Little's gonna bring it. Hanner, don't think he's gonna be ready. I don't think he's gonna be ready. And I like the guy, and he's done a lot for me in the rink. So that's just like I said, I'm unbiased. So if that's a push, we're 3-1-1 is the projection. Unbiased, completely unbiased. 1 up in our matchup. What was it? 2 up for Dodge City. 6-5 for Gus. That's the blowout. DNF for a meet and Scott. And then they got to deal with the nighttime. How do you replace 2 guys overnight? I'm sure they'll have like Bryson playing at 12. And then the all square. I like the all square for those guys. Just don't be worried about it. We're at 26 minutes. Are people supposed to watch this for 26 minutes? So I think that's it. That's a wrap. That's it. I'm going to throw this in the group chats. It's over. And Mars and Fussy, we're ready. Like, that's all I have to say. Mentally, I'm not golfing. We're ready mentally. Wilsh is in such a good place mentally. Just his love of the game. Like, he's just excited, but not too excited. So we're just going to handle business. That's it. Thursday, from the airport, getting picked up. Some of you clowns, you goons, going practice round. I'm just gonna be chilling. I might go for a hike. I'm just gonna putt though. I'm gonna be the best putter in any of the 3 RGAs. Strokes gained putting. That's it. Tomorrow we need a miracle as far as the PGA Championship goes. We want Woodland to win. That would be helpful. Who else can you cheer for? Zach Johnson is kind of a punk today too. Keegan Bradley. Cheer for Keegan Bradley tomorrow. That's it. Thanks, guys. Little kittens. Meow, meow.